A person sitting on the bank of a river observes that the angle subtended by a tree on the opposite bank is pi over 3. I will draw a cross section of this configuration. Let's say the person is on the left hand side, and then we have a river, and the tree will be on the other side. So the river has some depth. So this is our river. Now I need to draw the tree. So the tree is on the opposite bank. So let me draw the tree. I will draw the tree vertically like a palm tree, maybe a coconut tree, I don't know what. Let's assume that this is the tree. The green straight line is the tree, and the man is somewhere here. Angle subtended by a tree on the opposite bank is pi over 3. That means if I connect this point, this red point, and top of the tree, that angle should be pi over 3. So let me label that angle as angle pi over 3. And then what he does is he retires 40 feet from the bank. So he's walking towards left some 40 feet, let's say up to this point. In that case, I'm assuming that from the river up to this point, the length is 40. He finds the angle to be pi over 6. That means if I'm now connecting the new position of the man with the top of the tree, that new angle should be equal to pi over 6. Right here, this angle is pi over 6. Find the height of the tree and the width of the river. So I need to find two quantities. Height of the tree. So let me show the height of the tree. So I need to find this height. Let me label the height of the tree to be h. And then I need to find the width of the river. Let me show the width somewhere here. Let me label the width as W. So my task is to find h and W. How about the angle right here? That angle should be 90 degrees. It's actually not given, but we are going to assume that the tree is a vertical tree. Now, of course, we can write down some trig ratios for the angle pi over 3 and also for the angle pi over 6. Of course, we have two unknowns, and if I have two equations, then I'm done. So let me go ahead and write an equation for the angle pi over 3. That means I'm going to write a tangent pi over 3. Tangent pi over 3 should be equal to opposite over adjacent. So the opposite is h. Adjacent is w. We already know that tan pi over 3 is equal to square root 3. Therefore, this equation becomes square root 3 equals h over w. Now, if I multiply both sides of this equation by w, then I get h equals square root 3 times w. So we will label that as equation number 1. Now I can write down another equation for angle pi over 6. We can quite easily write an equation for tangent pi over 6. Once again, that should be opposite over adjacent. For pi over 6, opposite is h. So it will be h over adjacent. Adjacent is all of this side. The complete length of that side is 40 plus w. All right. And we know that tangent pi over 6 is equal to 1 over square root 3. Therefore, that should be equal to h over 40 plus w. Now, I can do the cross multiplication. If I do the cross multiplication, these two and these two can be multiplied, then we get 40 plus W equals square root 3 times h. Let me label that as equation number 2. From equation number 1, I have h being equal to square root 3 times w. Therefore, you can quite easily go ahead and replace that for this h in equation number 2. Then from equation number 2, we get on the left hand side, it will be just 40 plus w. On the right hand side, we have square root 3 times h. H will be replaced as square root 3 times w as seen from equation number 1. Now you can see that this equation becomes 40 plus w equals 3w. That's a very simple linear equation. You can solve that and find w. Once you have w, you can go back to equation number 1 and substitute that value of w. Then you can get the value of h. All right, I hope that should be enough help for that problem. Thanks.